Hi there, welcome to our penultimate lesson in our C2 topic, and this one is all about eutrophication. It sounds like a complicated name, but it's a very, very simple process. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so by the end of our lesson on eutrophication, you should understand what happens to water sources when fertilizers are added to the land. Now, although the title of this lesson suggests that there might be a problem with fertilizers, there are many advantages to fertilizers. Now, fertilizers are needed because the world's population is rising. Now, this means that we need more food, and the way we get more food is to grow more plants and crops. Now, what happens with this is there is a demand for an increase in yield, so we need to have fertilizers. Now, what fertilizers do is they replace the essential elements in the soil. These are nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Now, these will have been taken out by the previous crop, meaning that there's not as many needed, so these are artificially added. Now, these are normally added because of their chemical property, that they contain nitrates and are soluble, and they need this for the plants to be able to make their protein. So eutrophication stage 1, what you normally would have is a river basin that will have a river or water in there. Okay, now eventually that water will become still, and you will then get lots of plants growing in, and we get fishies swimming in the pond. Now, what will happen is at the top of the pond you might start to develop algae. Okay, now what can happen is the phosphates, nitrates and potassium, what they can do is they can run off the land over here. So if we've got land here, they go into the ground and then eventually move into the water. Now, obviously the idea of nitrates is to provide protein and growth for plants. Now, what this will do is this will mean that the algae at the top increase their numbers. Okay, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so with stage 2, we still have our lovely fish in the water, and we have our algal growth at the top. Now, what we also have at the bottom is we have rotting plants. Now, when these rot and decay, they take the oxygen that's in the water, they remove that from the water, so it is taken away. Now, at the end of stage 2, we've got this algal growth here that will block the sunlight from getting in, which means we obviously have no more photosynthesis happening. We've got no oxygen in the water here. Okay, so we have nothing that's able to support life. So eventually, our poor little fishy here ends up dying. Now, this means that we've got all the oxygen removed by the bacteria needed for the decay at the bottom here. So all this bacteria here is decomposing aerobically, which means we get no oxygen and we can't support any of the aquatic life in the bottom of the water here. So all the plants are dead, all the fish are dead, and we can no longer support any life here. And sadly, we end up with situations that look like this. Okay, so that's the process of eutrophication. It was quite a short lesson today. I don't think it's overly complicated, but it is quite a straightforward situation. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.